Dr. Farah, let's imagine in the next 7 days, Iran has recognized, China has recognized our immediate neighbors, our potential future allies, and we are still clinging on to a declining past.
Well, it's not a declining past. If I look into the Afghanistan, the
No,
terrorism that
I'm talking about the United States.
so the United States is a different, but Afghanistan is about recognizing Afghanistan. So we have, like we were when Taliban took over. I think I was one of the few people who were writing that we need to give them time. Maybe they will be doing all of those promises that they were trying to do. And I was one of those people as well who were having dialogues, conversation with all the teams that were having, some kind of exchange of communication between the Taliban government and the Islamabad leadership as well. And we thought they bluffed us. They kept saying that they would be giving. I was definitely speaking for women empowerment and women rights and girls education, and they were promising that they would be doing it, but they never fulfilled their promises. And even today, year 12 onwards, girls are not allowed to go to school. So this is one of the basic promise that
Have
they.
you taken care of the children going to school in our own country that we should be worried about Afghanistan?
But our in our school, Dr. Zafar, like I am graduated from same Pakistan. Nobody stopped me there. And it's not only me, there are several others. There are odd cases everywhere. And it's not only Pakistan that struggles with some of the cases, it's many more countries as well. But Afghanistan, after Taliban took over, that's a different story, which is like they are asking for a female doctor for their wives or sisters or mothers to be treated, but they don't want year 12 onwards girls to get education. So from where those female doctors will be coming, that's a huge question mark. In
Uh,
case of, I'm letting you
I,
raise another.
I understand this point, but the point here is Afghanistan is a sovereign country. They have their own system, they have their own preferences, choice of life. Anybody else in the world, do you think it is right to tell them how to live their lives?
No, I think everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do within their country, but then there is basic human rights that needs to be given to everyone that we all fully abide by. If there is some kind of problem in Pakistan or in any country, why we all are standing against each other? If there is today something happening in Gaza, why we are supporting? Let people do whatever they want to do. No, there is a system that we all have to follow and we all stand and support each other. But when we talk about Afghanistan and Pakistan, we have a serious problem of terrorism. The terrorism that is taking place from across the borders, that is a huge concern for Pakistan. So I don't see, unless these issues are not resolved, I don't see we're going to recognize it. But if it has to be recognized, Taliban government also need to do something about it. If Russia is having some business, definitely there would be some arrangements in the background. They would have agreed upon something because for Russia, as I stated, energy, then
What
they
is in Pakistan's interest at the moment?
to have
Um,
terms, I would say to have good terms with everyone, as I said, including the United States, including the regional countries and neighbors as well. But for that, Pakistan cannot compromise its security. Pakistan cannot compromise its geostrategic
yes,
position.
but don't you think we can have better assurances about our security if we have
Definitely, this is
formal diplomatic relations with them? Let's not forget that Pakistan hurried in sending the Afghan refugees back the previous year, and that has really soured their relations. Already not so happy relations are further soured.
what
And
I,
yes, yes,
but
please.
but Dr. Zafir, that decision was not taken in isolation. There was a lot of background involved in that, right? So it has a baggage. It was not like that Pakistan kept those people from for 40 years since that war happened, and nobody even said a thank you, a simple thank you, right? So it's such a thankless job that Pakistan has done, and all those people, they have been like today the ice culture, the drugs, and
But
all those.
have we really bothered to find out why were they like that? I would not want to imagine that Afghanis are ungrateful people. They really don't acknowledge whatever we did.
Well,
But
even
there must be something in them. But nobody in this country made any serious effort in addressing those grievances. Have we?
listen, Dr. Zafar, like even in the Western world, wherever I travel, wherever I go, the people that I found very aggressive or having some deep kind of hatred towards Pakistanis. That's the, with all due respect and apologies, that's
No,
the
I understand.
can.
Understand.
And they never even like we can easily mingle up with Indians, to be very frank. But with
Why is
Afghani,
that?
have
Do we know the answer of this simple question?
it's
Why is
like
that?
I ran some kind of research to understand why is it like that. This attitude is not something that should happen because we share the same culture, we share the same traditions, even the language. Some
Exactly.
of them. So
And
what
there are relatives across the border. There are
have
friendships across the
we have
border.
even marriages
There are
across the border.
unbreakable bonds across the border. And why is that?
There is a strong reason that when I ran a study on that, why is it like that? This attitude is something really weird and it should not be happening in first place. So the basic reason is the way things have been inculcated into the minds of those people that Pakistan is your enemy. And I
Who
don't
did
want,
that? Who did it?
yeah, if you want me to pick, fights with countries, yeah, so India has been involved in
Yes,
training,
yes, yes.
educating those masses,
And
producing.
then we come to the next question. What gave and who gave India that space to plant its feet there and inculcate that kind of feeling amongst the
Listen,
Afghans?
that was like Pakistan is all the time made busy in its own kind of situation. If it's a political instability, economic instability, or some kind of other stuff that will happen, or if nothing is happening, then nature will do something nasty with Pakistan through floods or
Mm.
earthquakes or stuff. So Pakistan has always remained occupied in wars, in conflicts, or instabilities. So that led towards having less presence of Pakistan in Afghanistan, and India manipulated it. India utilized it, and even whatever Pakistan tried to do for Afghanistan, Afghanistan always appreciated India over Pakistan. So there is also a kind of acceptability of India in Afghanistan rather than Pakistan, and that's the
I,
mindset.
I, I think uh, even blaming entirely India for whatever the situation is would be kind of oversimplification of the matter. They did. India, of course, capitalized on a situation, but the situation was already there, and that is because, as I understand, they thought that we helped the Americans to invade their country. So, if that is the national memory of the Afghans, there has to be a way to address it.
But where is that memory gone when India helped Russia to invade Afghanistan as well? So they have a short memory syndrome, I believe, where they
Yeah.
remember Pakistan
So
supporting.
we need to work on it. That's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
So so they are remembering that Pakistan supported United States, and they are still looking up to the same United States to come help them, rescue them, give them funds, and do all of those stuff for them, even recognize them. But they are aliens with Pakistan who kind of led that agenda to lead the war against terrorism in Kabul or in Afghanistan. But India, who supported Soviet Union back in time, they are still friends with them. They are still letting India to come and to teach them in their schools the education, the curriculum. Even if you pick like some of the curriculums that we pick and we studied, that kind of led these minds to move towards. So they have created generations of having a mindset anti-Pakistan. So
Yes,
them,
okay.
so
There's
it's
one
like
more thing.
them is
One more
difficult.
thing. There were reports that Afghans were hand in glove with the Indians when the Indian Raw Agency was working alongside Mossad in Iran during the recent war. And after that, we have reports that Iran is expelling 40, 50,000 Afghans back to
What?
Afghanistan every day. But even then, there are reports today that Iran could be the next to recognize the Taliban government. The whole point is, if there is bitterness and misunderstanding on both sides, the solution is not to shut the door onto each other. That's what I'm saying.
Diplomacy, yes, diplomacy is the only viable solution at the moment, and we need to kind of address all those problems or grievances that we are having against each other or towards each other. But here, when we talk about the why Pakistan is asking the Mahajireens or like the people from Afghanistan to leave, Why not they ask India to keep all those people? Why India is not taking all that lot? Because India is the
No,
biggest economy. India is much better in terms of the numbers that it is portraying in the international system. Why not they are going there where they are more comfortable, even if they are going to
no,
have some problems.
they are more comfortable in Pakistan, I believe, and those Afghan children who were born in Pakistan should
But
be
when you
given Pakistani citizenship. They have
but
lived all their lives here, so
but
we have
Dr.
to open our hearts
No,
to
I
make them feel
would
that,
disagree with that.
no,
Dr. Zafar, their loyalty lies with India. So if their loyalty lies with India, they need to go there where they belongs to. They never belongs to Pakistan. We kept them there. They are still like, looking up to us like someone else. We have shared our own bread with you. We have shared our own houses with you. I know while growing up in Pakistan, I am very much Pakistani and I've grown up with lots of Kabul and Afghani people around me. Even like the our clothing from where we buy, it's all like the Afghan people. So we know we have given them whatever we could. But in return, this is all what they're giving us. This is what we all deserve. Terrorism, suicide, all these
I understand your feelings too, because they are well founded in some experiences, and there must be well founded reasons on the other side too. The whole point is, unless you sit together and you spit these bitter feelings out, there is going to be no way out for this problem,
I
and
I
we have to
I
find a
agree.
way. We
Yeah,
have to
Doctor.
find. Can we agree on one point, single point? We have to find a way. We
Of course,
cannot change.
we have we have to fight away. But like I clearly remember when we were having that Kabul and Islamabad dialogue, and then we had people from that part and people from Islamabad, and we were sitting in Serena, and across the table they were literally on our throats as if we have taken something from them and bring Taliban on them, and it's not America. How is this possible? The world powerful military and defense system, they just like said, oh, we surrendered, and Taliban are so powerful and we are leaving. It was not a natural and organic kind of thing happening. It was probably designed, and they had promises back in Doha as well that they're going to withdraw by this time or that time. So it was already in plan. It was already there. If you are blaming Pakistan for supporting United States, first go to the United States, ask United States, and then come back to Pakistan. But yes, we are sharing neighborhood. We should always sit together, try to resolve the
We
problem.
are also sharing
Come,
neighborhood with the Indians who were throwing bombs on us just 2 months
but
ago.
we don't want to happen because whenever we never call Indians, this is what most of the Indian people who watch some of the shows they say. Oh, she always call Afghan brothers and she never call Indians brothers. So Indians are never our brothers. We
You know,
already left.
Indians have their own problem. They have their own complications, their
But
own complexes.
we always
They
call
are
people
they are
Afghan.
all caught in their past. It's their job to find a way out of it. And
But for
none of
but
our
to
business,
but
frankly
towards
speaking.
Yeah, but towards
Yeah.
Afghanistan, we always have this soft element and soft feeling that we are brothers, we are sisters, we're together. But are they all also taking us together? Are we also brothers and sisters for them or no? I have never seen any Afghani or any
No,
people
let's
who are cozy.
give a break to this brother sister thing for a while. Just think of us as neighbors whose future is depending on each other. Afghanistan is a landlocked country. They need trade route from Pakistan. They need trade with Pakistan. So Afghan transit trade should not have been stopped in the first place because it's their livelihood. Even in very, very bad circumstances, uh, this route should be given to the Afghans. And
I
this is a
agree
moral
with
responsibility. This is, according to World Trade Organization, obligation that we should give trade route to the landlocked countries.
I agree with you. That should happen. And I think peaceful Afghanistan will have a peaceful Pakistan as well. So we should promote that. But first thing first, they need to stop using terrorism across the border. Until that is not stopped, nothing is going to happen. So this is the first, what we call it, like a tick box that they need to tick, and then we're going to have more kind of cozy relationship with each other. But unfortunately, Dr. Zafar, I don't know from where you're coming and how you are so optimistic about it. I don't
I,
see
I am optimistic.
the
I am
government of
optimistic about one thing, that if we open our doors for them, and we have a long shared
So
history with each
let
other.
millions of people come and live and share our
If Pakistan recognizes Afghanistan alongside Iran, China, and other neighbors of Afghanistan, because the neighbors should come first. India does not share a border with Afghanistan. We do. We should come first before India. At least we should recognize the Taliban government. That's my opinion. Anybody can disagree with it, but to my understanding, once we have moved one step forward, we should see uh, if they take a step forward too.
I
And then we
agree.
should.
I agree with you, but like that recognition should be based on some kind of understanding. All those countries who are recognizing them, they have some arrangement with the government in Kabul. Unless Taliban also agree that they want to have a peaceful relationship with Pakistan, Pakistan can't do much about it. Because Pakistan is not having terrorism in Afghanistan. It's terrorism from Afghanistan soil on Pakistan that is happening. That's the major problem between the two countries that is happening at the moment. But yes, we need to bring the two sides together. Pakistan never stopped diplomatic relationship with Taliban or with Kabul. We still have our embassy in function. It's a functional one, and there is dialogue going on. But what sort of dialogue is going on? That's debatable, right? Because they are not coming to terms, and I don't see with due apologies, I don't see any softness in Taliban towards Pakistan. So how are they going to, have some kind of good partnership with each other? Yes, we are neighbors, we are brothers, we should be taking it that way, but they also
Maybe
need to
the
take it
smell
that
of
way.
good lamb roast can change things when we sit together at the dinner table.
For Pakhtuns, yeah, for Pakhtuns maybe yes, but
Yes, that is right.
even for that lamb needs to be up to the taste of
No,
both
you
parties.
play nice Afghan music, invite them over for nice lamb dinner.
In our
Yeah.
weddings, there's always like Afghan music. Even the restaurants, we prefer to go to the Afghan tikkas and all those, the
I
food
like
and the rice.
Afghan music. I like it very much. Very much.
Of course, even overseas, I always prefer those ones. Even the Afghan naan, we always prefer that. The language is
Hmm.
beautiful. We all share all those things. But we are like one and the same people. I always say we are cousins. Even like if I go back into my history, it's somewhere Afghan. So this is how things are. But where the problem lies is the political distribution, political problems which needs to bring to resolve,
Hmm.
and that is only possible if Taliban also have a big heart. Pakistani side also needs to have a big heart, sit on the negotiation tables, and instead of bullying each other, they need to come to terms. And what terms could be? As far as I know, the first condition is that they need to stop cross border terrorism. There's no second thought about it. So they need to stop it. If India is bombing us, we cannot have good relationship with India in that environment. The environment needs to be made some kind of futile, some kind of, conducive. So there is some good kind of dialogue, whatever rosy stuff that you are hoping for, that can only happen in that environment.
Yes. And there is a war going on within ourselves. We have to fight it ourselves and find a way forward. Thank you very much, Dr. Farah.